Okay, let's talk about the Garden of Eden. What happened in the Garden of Eden? Okay, so Adam was completely in the full communion with God. He walked with him in the garden, was allowed to eat any fruit in the garden, but there was a tree he wasn't allowed to touch, and the fruit because the fruit of that tree. Well, he was allowed to touch the tree, but the fruit of that tree, he wasn't allowed to eat. Okay, so somehow the tree was contaminated by Satan. Okay, it's not okay, of course, but it was contaminated by Satan. Okay, so I used the dish, the from the previous video for this video. So this is the fruit. This is kind of Satan we don't see. Okay, so he's behind the scene and he shows up as a snake. Okay, and he says eat it. Why eat it? Because he couldn't attack Adam. He couldn't get into his system. Okay, into his created organism, into his created nature, without his genetics being distorted and opened up for Satan to kind of instill himself into the system. And once Adam ate it, okay, Satan moved in, okay, into the system and corrupted him, okay, to maybe not to full extent, okay, but still he got disconnected to a very big extent from God. Okay, so what was that fruit? The fruit was something filled with genetics foreign to human, who is to be connected to God only. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, and God, when we get baptized in the Holy Spirit, he burns the genetics of us, from us. Okay, and you feel it if you have a resounding born again experience of with baptism of the Holy Spirit. You all burning. You even think you're gonna die from from heat. Okay, and you kind of understand what's going on. Okay, that the genetics, that you see that evil spirit, dark spirit, and you see that the more you kind of something is burned inside of you. Okay, so that the spirit cannot latch onto you again. Okay, and you kind of realize that I remember that I was having thoughts about DNA when it was happening. Thoughts or revelation, probably revelation of DNA. So, and so God, in the baptism of the Holy Spirit, He solders kind of welds our genetics, our fleshly organism close. So we are close to the outer space. Okay, we are only open to God from our heart inside. So he instills himself like a cord inside our heart, so you even feel it. Okay, like he starts sprinkling the burning and sprinkling and washing away the filth from inside of you. Okay, and it's a unraveling situation. Okay, so again, and yeah, and even in the ancient sagas, in the ancient myths about Hercules, Hercules needed to solder, needed to burn the heads of the Hydra, okay? So it cannot grow back, okay? So the revelation of Satan being something that needs to be burned off of human's nature, it was in very ancient times, okay? So some people say that the tree of knowing good and evil is God himself. No, no. It's exactly what is just opening, just contaminates the flesh and genetics of a human, okay, can kind of distorts it, perverts it, and opens it up to filth, to demonic filth, opens it up to what human organism must never be open to. Okay, so. And by the way, Satan will try to trick you in the baptism of the Holy Spirit, that it's actually you have to be open to him also, and the guys what how are you gonna develop, okay? But you develop only from infusion of God, okay? So you transforming in the renewal of your mind. That's what happening, okay? You refuse to, you transforming it into renewal of your mind. That's how it's supposed to be. So that's what it is. So it's not the knowledge of good and evil. It's contaminated with demonic tree. So when a person gets it inside his system, that's it. The demonic spirit can penetrate, can operate, can latch onto the person. That's it. That's it. Okay. So and try to subdue the person.